Thank you for meeting with me today. Let's start with you just sharing with me how you are feeling right now. Okay, from what I've heard you say, you feel like you should be doing more as a mom. You're feeling overwhelmed, which makes you feel inadequate. This all makes you question your parenting skills and leaves you feeling depressed. It all sounds like a lot to juggle. If it's okay with you, I'd like to explore this a little more using a technique called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT for short. CBT helps us examine our thought process, what emotions our thoughts trigger, and then how we react to those feelings. Okay, thanks. I'm glad you want to hear more about this. So let's first talk about feelings. Having a feeling is totally natural. We all have feelings. The tricky part sometimes is that we can assign judgment to those feelings, and that judgment then can lead to negative self-talk, or as CBT calls it, cognitive distortions. And then those thoughts can lead us down a negative path. In our journey together, we'll learn about how CBT can help us in many ways. How does that sound? Well, great. Let me give you a brief overview. So one of the first steps is to train ourselves to recognize our emotions, and then we can label and acknowledge them and validate them. For example, when I experience a situation, I can train myself to recognize that I'm having a thought, and we call that being mindful. Then I can train myself to realize that a thought or a feeling is just that. The hardest part can be that recognizing a thought or a feeling, doesn't translate into a behavior, or a feeling is not who or what we are. And there's a big difference. What do you think about what we've talked about so far? Thank you for sharing. From the way you're describing your situation, you may be feeling a lack of confidence, which is totally natural for a new mom. Many new moms do, and you're certainly not alone. Being a new mom is challenging, and it's okay to have moments of doubt. And through our work together and through CBT, it can help us challenge our thinking and empower us to cope with our stressors, in a healthy way. If you're feeling okay with this so far, can we talk about the next steps, which is looking at our behavior? Okay, thanks. So sometimes when we're feeling low, our mind can play tricks on us, making us see things in a more negative light than they actually are. Thoughts like, I'm not doing enough, or I'm failing as a mom, that might be affecting how you see yourself. And CBT can be helpful in helping us reframe those negative thoughts. So some things we will discuss through our work together is, what evidence do we have that supports the thoughts that you're not doing enough as a mom? And more importantly, on the other hand, what evidence do we have that shows we are doing a lot and we're doing our best? And we want to try to balance this perspective. So we are out of time for now today, but let's set up a time where we can meet again and start putting all of this into play for you. How does that sound?